doesn't look good, but it actually is really good. Good morning, welcome to today's vlog. If you're new here, I'm Amber. I make videos about kind of crunchy motherhood, lifestyle. And if you like that sort of content, I'd love to see you around here more often. Just hit that little subscribe button down below. I've got a handful of things that I would like to / need to get done today, so I thought I'd go ahead and take you along with me. And you're going to have to excuse me going like this or like this or like this, because once we left February and began March, my allergies immediately started. First thing we need to do is run a few errands. I need to get cat food, oyster mushrooms for dinner tonight, and I need to run to Target to see if my Clomid prescription is ready. If this is your first time here, my husband and I have been trying for 18 months for baby number 2, unsuccessfully, so I have been going to the doctor. I actually posted a whole cycle update discussing where we're at, what our next steps are, and at the time I was kind of torn between trying Clomid as opposed to letrozole and an IUI with letrozole as my next step. We're not gonna do an IUI right now. I think I'm gonna take the Clomid. I'm gonna at least go pick it up so that I have it, but I have decided since that video that I think we're going to move forward with going to a fertility clinic, which is like an hour away or more depending on which one we go with. My doctor, I've been going to my OB, she's been great and I think she's doing her best, but she's even said herself, I need to remember that she's just a general OB and she's not an REI, I think, reproductive endocrinologist, I don't know. Yeah, that's right? Okay, good. My OB has ordered quite a few blood tests. Like I have had my testosterone tested, my DHEAS, vitamin B, vitamin D, a whole thyroid panel, and everything so far is coming back normal, if not optimal. So I'm hoping that going to a fertility specialist will help me piece everything together a little bit better. Like maybe because that's all that they do, they might have a better idea about what's going on or like what tests would be best to perform or run to figure out what's going on. So that's where we're at. Okay, I am losing time. Just got back. Apparently oyster mushrooms are a hot commodity because I had to go to 2 different grocery stores to get them and was still not able to get the Clomid. I guess I misunderstood what the woman that I spoke with at the pharmacy was saying, because she said that they didn't have the brand my doctor initially ordered. I thought she was saying they have another brand, but I guess she just ordered a different brand. It's okay though, because I don't need it right now, and I'm actually wondering if I was to go to a fertility doctor if they'd want me off of Clomid in case they would want to run some lab work of their own. So I'm hoping to call the closest fertility clinic to us today so I can find out if I need a referral, if they're taking new patients at all even, and if I should go ahead and continue with the Clomid or hold off on it. Also starting to see some new growth pushing up from a few of my raspberry plants and from the center of my strawberries, so that's really exciting. And I cannot remember if I've mentioned this before, but I planted spinach in the fall and then was like, it's fine, it's not really gonna flourish where I put it, so I just left it open and I was like, the rabbits can eat it, look at this. I'm so impressed because I have not watered this not once since last year. I haven't protected it from snow. Kai has walked all over it and it's still alive and well. off my schedule. I'm hearing Kai, he's waking up right now. I have fallen out of my workout routine. I can't even remember how long it's been. I think it was around last summer that I kind of started to do it less and less and then just stopped altogether. It's not because I just got lazy. I mean, definitely as the weather gets cold, I start to feel less motivated, but it is more about the fact that when you are trying to get pregnant, or at least specifically when I've been trying to get pregnant both times around, I started working out less intensely and less often. Now, obviously, like when I had my son, working out as a routine became a little bit more challenging. So it's not like I ever got back into it full force, but I feel like I did a pretty good job of at least like maintaining some semblance of a workout routine. But as we started getting closer and closer to that infertility diagnosis, I started getting more and more paranoid about my battery will always die mid-sentence. I started getting more paranoid about the things that I was doing and worrying that those things were going to affect my chances of getting pregnant, which it sounds silly to say because like there are people out there drinking every weekend who get pregnant, or people working out way more often and way more intensely than I ever have and still getting pregnant. There's all kinds of things that people are doing and getting pregnant without issue. I don't know if this is just me. I feel like this is probably a lot of people going through infertility. At this point though, it's been long enough that I'm starting to notice the effects of not working out for so long. And so I was like, okay, I need to get back into it, and I don't need to go crazy or anything like that, but I'm starting out with just 3 days a week, and my goal is just anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes of some kind of physical activity that moves my body and gets my heart rate up, and it just feels so good to get back into it and just to, I guess, have that sense of accomplishment that like I did something good for my body. Anywho, now that Kai is up, I think we're gonna make these little cacao quinoa bites that I wanted to try. I've been trying to get better about making my own snacks. We've actually been pretty good for a while about limiting processed snacks, and I've tried to stick to more just like whole food items, but for my husband in particular, processed snacks tend to just be easier because they're just kind of grab and go for him. And I mean, also for myself and Kai, it's nice to have sometimes like a little bar or something like that that you can just munch on. But especially for my husband, I'm trying to have things that are easy for him to take, that aren't going to spoil, that are filling, but still healthy and homemade. And it actually hasn't been too hard. Like I feel like if I just make 1 or 2 things a week, that usually lasts a week to a week and a half. They're good, and it's something that you can feel good about. And Kai loves it because he just loves to help right now. So it's also like a fun little thing for him to work on. quinoa snack balls did not work out as well as I was hoping. I think it's because the recipe called for almond butter and I used sunflower seed butter because that's just something we already had. And I think that's actually what caused the problem, because sunflower seed butter is just more runny, which I thought would be a good thing because I figured like, okay, it won't be so hard to mix together, but the mixture just would not hold together well. And so I think I kind of figured out a system, like I just had to hold a little bit of it in my hand for a long time and like let the heat of my hand sort of meld it together, but then they're still like delicate. Like if you just poke it, it would just completely crumble apart. So I made as many as I could. This last bit of it, I cannot get to stick together no matter what I do. Like I tried for a bit and I can't. So I think I'm gonna put this in a Tupperware to not waste it, and we could just use it as a yogurt topping or a topping for oatmeal or something like that. I am exhausted though. It was a very productive day, which I am happy about. I also did not mention that I called a fertility clinic earlier and I got an appointment for next week, which is very soon, and I actually won't be done with this cycle that I'm currently on probably by the time I have my appointment, but I figured I'd rather get in sooner as opposed to later and have them tell me like, oh, it's too late in your cycle to do or test anything right now, so we'll need to have you come back the following month or something like that. So hopefully that goes well. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Actually, if you're crossing your fingers for me, cross your fingers that I'm just pregnant this cycle. I'm actually gonna go ahead and sign off here though, because the last thing I need to do today is finish editing one of my videos so that I can get it out tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.